What's up? This is the Youth School for Business.
This is the real deal here.
You know what we didn't say in the previous lessons? Check out youthschool.biz, spelled B-I-Z,
Right.
like how the cool Generation Z people spell it.
The young
Biz, You know how the Generation Y people spell the word biz?
Bus.
No, B-I-Y. So it's confusing. It's the Generation Y. They just put Y's on the end of everything. It's a weird thing. It's a weird quirk with the Generation
Are
Y
you
people.
serious?
I don't know why they do it. I do it.
Oh, because of their Generation Ys.
Yeah. B-I-Y instead of B-I-Z.
What a joke.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Too good.
Yeah, confused you a little bit, huh?
I was like, well,
I should have told you.
I looked this up, Adam. How do
Yeah.
I not know about this?
I should have told you that, but I was going to run one by you like that. So, in this lesson, because we're talking about sales, I want to go ahead and make a case that nobody should really be afraid of selling or uncomfortable selling. Some people are introverts. Like, you're not really. You said you're like even, right?
On border, yeah, right in the middle.
You wouldn't believe it, man. I am actually a tested introvert. I test introvert. I love to be alone. That's my favorite thing. I love to be alone. I love it. But there's another thing. I love people. You? You like people? Or do people piss you off?
I do. Well, I would say I do because I do want friends and stuff. So.
And also, I think you have a desire to help people
Right.
as well. Try to help them have a better life.
Mm-hmm.
So, for all of those who maybe don't like the idea of selling, or if you're a youngster, you've never really done much selling, I would really take an approach which, when you're a business owner, it's a little bit easier to take this approach. If you're a commissioned salesman like how your dad is,
Mm-hmm.
and you earn a living closing deals,
Right.
there's a lot more pressure. There's a lot more pressure
That's true.
to close sales because you got a boss who's like breathing down your neck. But if you're a business owner and you can go on for a while without, especially if you're young. See, this is why it's so good for a young person to start a business, because you don't have all these bills and all of this pressure. Like if you're still living with your parents, there's no pressure at all. You got time.
Mm-hmm.
Same with you. Like you have some time. You don't have to make $1 million tomorrow. You got a few years to try to work it out.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's the position that you find yourself in, when you sell, you shouldn't be thinking about I'm telling you, you shouldn't be thinking about trying to close deals. You shouldn't be thinking about how awkward it is that you're there trying to sell something to somebody. You should just be thinking about trying to make a connection with a person. That's it. Don't worry if they buy or not. I mean, if they have a problem and you know how to solve it and you can convince them that you're capable and you're actually able to do the thing that they need, it'll take care of itself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to push. You really don't need to push hard. And even if the people that you're there to talk to don't sign up, if you're cool and they like you, they'll probably tell their friends about you too. So if you go into it with that mindset, then it's really just as simple as just going in and having a conversation with somebody and trying to make friends.
I think that's hands down my favorite part of this whole series so far.
So far?
Hearing that makes so much sense.
You've never thought that way before?
No.
Oh man, that's
a game changer.
That's how you got to be, dude. And honestly, the ironic thing about that.
Yeah.
So there was this expression. It's I don't know who said it, but it's make a friend, make a sale. There's that. There's also people buy from people they like.
It's probably George Washington.
I think it was either George Washington or Ben Franklin. I don't think Generation Z people even know who those guys are. Are they still teaching about Ben Franklin in school?
I have no idea.
I don't know either. Probably
Who
not.
knows?
I'm trying to think if my 7-year-old knows about Ben Franklin. I don't know. So anyways, if you're a young person out selling, whatever it is, you have such an advantage because all you got to do is go out there, take it easy. Now there's one little wrinkle to that. I'm going to teach you guys a trick. It's not a trick, but it's a closing technique, all right? Because the hardest part of any sale, say you go out there, you're low key. Tell me about what your problems are. Say you're selling websites. What's the problem with your current website? Why you don't like it? This, that, and the other is the problem. So what do you like? What are you looking for? You ask questions, right? Okay, all right. You hear them out. So have you already thought about when you want to do it, or are you going to do it right away, or are you just still thinking? Or if somebody were to give you the perfect solution, would you go for it? And they go, yeah, I'll probably go for it right now. So anyways, it's all cool, right? Your friends, you see they have an interest, whatever. But still, always the hard part is asking for the sale, asking for the money. That's the awkward part, right?
That's the tricky part.
So I always would, this is my own personal style. It has worked well for me. I would always preface before you're going to act, because you get nervous before you're going to ask for a sale. Right? You start to get the butterflies and stuff in your stomach. And if you've gone in here with this approach that I'm telling you, where it's like, you're there to make a connection, you're there to be a friend.
To be a pal.
To be a pal. You're going to let them know, like, look, obviously I'm here because I do website work, right? So that's the basis for why I'm out here. And I'm not a pushy guy. I don't like to put pressure on people. But look, based on what you've described, this is what I think would be a good option. Just give it that. Based on what I've heard you say, like, you want to start right away, you want to spend this much, like all that, this is what I would do. This is what I think would be a good option, right? We lay it out now. So, on the website we will do this, that, and the other. Yeah. I think this is all good. And if to do that, if we do that for somebody, I wouldn't say, do you want me to do that for you? I'd say when we do this thing, we usually charge $1,400. All right. So if you want us to do it, it would be $1,400. If and whenever you're ready to go, you just let me know.
So you just offer the cookie, and if they
you don't need to put any. You're not out there to push people, man. You're out there to make this person like you, right? And to just have a connection. And if they go, all right, that's cool. I'm gonna think about that. You go, hey, no problem at all. Take your time, think about it. It's no problem. And then, like we talked about on the previous email, every week or every couple of weeks, you just shoot them an email. And say, hey, I'm just checking in. If you don't want to move forward right now, let me know. But if you want us to do the work, like I said, it's $1,400. We'd love it. We'd love to do it. Just either way, let us know. No pushing, no nothing like that. Keep it calm, keep it cool, and that stuff works really well, man. And it takes a lot of pressure off of you, because
I like that. That's a good way
to
go into it.
It's so good. And if you do it like that, I'm telling you, man, if you do it like that, then it's just about making friends. It's the easiest thing in the world, especially if you already like people. You already like making friends.
Yeah.
You already like business people, right?
Yeah.
You're interested in business.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
It's cool.
For
like
sure.
You're buying stuff, you're selling stuff, you're creating,
making things happen.
You're making things happen, especially like in the field that you're in. You're just talking to people who do that. Like, they're cool people. They're already kind of cool people. You can learn stuff from them. Even if you don't make a sale, you might be able to learn something from them. So that's the approach I've always used. Hard selling is crazy, man. That would make me feel pretty nervous as well. I remember when I had my first sales position. Mm-hmm. I worked for this company. I was selling software, and the guy would make you. The manager I was working for, he would make us write up the names on the names on the board of the people that we thought were good, that we had a good chance of selling to.
Right.
And then he would sit there at our desk with us and listen to us call them. And if you didn't close hard, like if you didn't go, what do I got to do to get you to sign up for this today? Or he would try to get you to manipulate people into saying yes. Like 4 times in a row, it's like, if I could do this, that, and the other, would you say that was pretty good? Yes. If I do this thing, then what about this? Yes. Like, he would want you to get people like in the rhythm of saying yes, so that when it came time to go like, well, are you ready to move forward today? They would be so used to saying yes.
Interesting.
That they would say yes again. But that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous.
Would you ever do that?
Which, sign up or?
Oh, I'm just like, just because someone got you to say yes 4 times, if you
no.
actually didn't want to buy something.
No, there's no way.
It was crazy. And then so he was like, he actually made a lot of sales, but he didn't make sales now looking back on it, I don't think he made sales for the reasons he thought he was making sales. He thought he was making sales because he was like a hard, like ruthless closer.
Yeah.
But the reason he was making sales is because he just worked super hard. And he called a lot of people, and he talked to a lot of people. He could have been super sweet. He would have made even more sales. Like, you don't got to be a jerk or hardcore or anything like that. You just got to be there. And obviously, if you don't have a solution that people aren't willing to pay money for,
there's nothing you can do.
There's nothing you can do anyways. So you might as well just go out there and be super nice, super friendly, make friends.
There you go.
Are you going to try it?
Yeah.
All right, give it a shot, man.
Yeah.
All right, dude.
All right.
All right, I hope you do.
Yeah.
Pupils. How do you say it one more time?
Pupils.
Still creeps me out. All right, so get out there and talk to people and make friends, and that's the surest way to make some sales. All right, zip it up and zip it out.